in 1991, I was invited by Manning Clark's publisher, Melbourne University Press, to abridge his masterwork, the 6-volume A History of Australia, to turn that 6 volumes into 1 volume. And I thought, well, I better meet the man. Apparently it was all his good idea, and we were slated to meet each other in 1991. I've got a note here in my diary that I've just found that says on the 11th of June 1991, lunch with Manning Clark. Well, just 3 weeks before that, Manning Clark died. I put on the radio and that was the morning news. Historian Manning Clark has died. And I thought to myself, well, the project's off. There's no way I'm going to abridge the man's work now that he's gone. How could you chop up the work of a man of that kind of stature once he's died? But time passed and I received word from the publisher that Dymphna Clark was determined that this project should go ahead, that Manning had always wanted it to go ahead. He'd read something I'd written, liked it, thought I was the chap for the job. I was still unsure that I would chop up the work of Australia's favourite historian, but Dymphna insisted that I fly up to Canberra and meet the family here in the house. And I've got the diary entry for that as well in my little book. I walked through the doors of this house on the 19th of December 1991. So I flew up, I remember this so vividly, I flew up early that morning to Canberra and I was all suited up. I looked very, 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 very schmick. I knocked at the door, Dymphna answered, looking radiant, and then said, just watch out, there are people on the floor. And all over the floor were adults who had clearly been asleep there all night and who were gradually getting up, and she was making everybody breakfast. And they'd been having the first Clark family Christmas get-together after Manning Clark's death. And I have to tell you, I'm really not sure who was there because I was so overwhelmed by the whole spectacle. But you know, Baz Clark was there, Sebastian was there, Axel was there. And it just blew my mind. They were such an unorthodox and clearly close family, and she was clearly the matriarch sailing on in the absence of Manning, whose presence was still all around us.